These aren't just apple cinnamon buns. These are cinnamon buns stuffed with apple. 100 grams of warm water, 200 grams of warm milk, 20 grams of sugar, 7 grams of yeast. I couldn't be bothered to break out the machine today or knead this dough. 480 grams of all-purpose flour. Mix everybody together. You can add the salt in the beginning or be persnickety like me. Best if we cover it in plastic while we wait. To make the flaky layers, we need butter. The trick is to add a little flour and flavor it with cinnamon. The cinnamon's actually in the buttery layers. Of course, all the butter's stuck to my beater now and I look like an idiot. Apples and cinnamon, great combination. But for these buns, we want to dice for the perfect texture. And I'm not as quick as I once was, so I keep them in lemon water so they don't brown while I'm working. Just because I sound like Emma Lagasse doesn't mean I'm him. There'll be too much water in these apples as is. So I'm going to cook them down in some butter with just a little bit of brown sugar and golden raisins. Hey, I like raisins. You don't want to add them? Don't add them. A pinch of salt will help get that water out too. And to make it easy, we're going to cut this into 8 pieces, about 100 grams a piece. And keep them covered as you go. Now that that dough's relaxed, it's easy to work with. We're looking for 8 dinner plates. Well, small dinner plates in my book. And lay down that cinnamon butter. The idea is to get a thin layer of butter from edge to edge. Set those aside and keep going. Now the idea is to start building those layers now by stacking them neatly and repeating the process. Roll, butter, layer. You see what I'm saying? It's nice. Second to last layer, you should have a little butter left. We got to roll out the top, place it on your cake. We need that butter to stiffen up so we can take step 2. Once it's stiff, we can work with it. We're going to take the little bit of stretch that's left in this dough and turn it into a rectangle. Once you got it the way you want it, put down the rest of that butter. You know what to do. And when you got that all spread out, we're going to roll that up, making even more layers, keeping everything tight right to the end. It's easier if we break this down into 4 logs, working with one at a time, putting the other 3 in the fridge to chill. Layers upon layers that we're going to roll out again, making another rectangle. Once you chill this butter, it's real nice to work with this dough. And once you get that right, now you can fill your apple. They're like little strudels. And then you roll them up again. Careful to keep all that apple inside so that you seal the edge. Cut off the ends, revealing those clean layers. And each log cuts into 4 pieces. Aren't those pretty? And once you get the last of those done, set them up on a sheet pan 4x4 to proof. Just make sure you keep them seam side down, right? Cover them and try and be patient. Those are poofy and perfect. And the only thing they need before we bake them is egg wash. For maximum poof, into a 450-degree preheated oven and immediately drop it to 400. Exactly 20 minutes. Those look beautiful.
Oh my God, those layers. Flaky, buttery, cinnamony, appley, delicious. Oh my God, the apple filling is amazing. It's not gooey, sugary bullshit. It's pure apple raisin. That's dessert breakfast that you can feel good about.
Cinnamon in the crust, apple in the middle, just makes sense.